everyone, welcome to my kitchen, and let me say Merry Christmas. It's that time of the year again. I can hardly believe it. A whole year has gone by since, my last Christmas recipe. I hope everybody's really well. I hope you're all ready for Christmas. I hope gifts are wrapped and trees up, and I hope you're all happy. That's the most important thing. Today I'm going to be making some rum balls and a couple of other little things, but I'll start off. These are very easy. You just need some milk arrowroot biscuits, some lovely dark 100% cacao, some condensed milk, and coconut. And what could be easier than this? Bit fiddly, but very, very tasty. And obviously we have to get some rum as well. And I've got, an Australian brand, Bundaberg. So, to give a lovely yummy taste and hiccup. So let's get started. I'm going to put the biscuits in here. I want them all to be lovely and crushed and crumbled. Okay, they're perfect. That's a nice consistency. Okay, this is very, very easy and straightforward now. I've crushed the biscuits and I'll put all the quantities in the description box below. So to this I'm going to add some chocolate. That's no hard work. And I'm going to add a cup of desiccated coconut. And I'm also going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons of rum. Yum. The smell of this is just, it's so gorgeous. So there's one. I put in a little bit too much. There you go. It's Christmas, hey? Some Christmas cheer. And finally, I'm going to be adding the condensed milk. And then make sure you get it all out of there because you'll need every bit of this condensed milk. The smell of that milk with the rum is quite intoxicating, let me tell you. Delicious. Okay, I think I've got all of that. Just excuse me, I'll put it over in the sink. There we go. Wipe my fingers. Now, all you have to do is give this a good mix. And at this stage, I don't suggest that you do this by hand. Just do it with a spatula or a spoon or something. And then when you're ready to roll them out, put some gloves on because they're very sticky. Okay, this is what it should look like. Now, at this stage, you can either put on gloves if you choose, because it's quite sticky. If you don't want to use gloves, just have a bowl of water close by and wet your hands. And then just get some even-sized little clumps and roll. Roll. And I'll get a spoon to make it a bit easier to toss these. Just toss. And have a pan sheet prepared to put them down on, just as I have there, see? So I'll get on and do that. there's the finished product. This really does yield a good amount for 250 grams of biscuits and 1 can of condensed milk and a bit of coconut and a bit of rum. And, you know, so all that's left to do now is, once you've coated them, is to put them in the refrigerator and let them chill and set, and they'll get lovely and firm. And then it's a question of just repacking them as gifts or however you want to present them. So, you know, nothing could be easier than Rum Balls. So if you really have to make something and you don't know what to make, I prompt you to make these. People will be delighted with them. They taste yum, 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 yum. And you can't go wrong. It's so simple. So let me get these into the refrigerator. Now, moving on along. I'm just going to take this bracelet off first. Our next little Christmas treat I've seen all over the internet, all over Pinterest. So I thought this year I'd give it a try. Everybody seems to rave about it and love it. I've never had it, but it's called Christmas Crack. I think it's because you crack the saltines, or I haven't used saltines, I've used salada, which is a salt cracker. And I'm going to heat up a cup of butter and a cup of brown sugar and then pour it all over, bake them, then take it out, put some peanut butter on them, bake it again for a minute, take it out and spread the peanut butter, then put some chopped bits all over it, put them in the oven, let them melt again, and then spread it all out and then put some embellishment on it. So very, very easy to do and apparently very enjoyable. So let's get cracking with the melting of this. As you can see, it's slowly melting, and once it's all lovely and melted and hot, I'll pour it over those lovely saltine crackers. I'm very excited to try something that I've never tasted, but Pinterest and the internet is just alight with this recipe, so I'm very intrigued and wanting to taste it. Anyway, I'll just keep doing this. Once it's melted, we'll pour it over the top. Okay, it's all melted. Got a gorgeous dark syrupy caramelly type thing. So I've got parchment paper on the bottom of this, and so I'll just start to, I'm a little bit scared, I don't know what I'm doing, but here goes. Maybe pour it over with the spoon as best I can. It smells like toffees and caramello and yum yum yummies. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to spread it with the spoon so everything's a bit coated. That's the last little bit here. I'll just put that back there. The instructions are a little bit vague, but I will include them in the description box below for anybody that might be interested in trying this Christmas. Who knows? You might love it. I might too. All right, so I've got my trusty timer, and it says to set it for 5 minutes and put this in the oven, which is what I'm going to do now, and bake that for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes that they're in the oven. I'm just going to try and straighten them as best I can. I just haven't any idea how these are going to turn out. They just look, oh my goodness. So it says to dab peanut butter on it, just to dab it on, which is what I'm going to do. And then I have to put this back into the oven for a minute, and that peanut butter will get soft, and then I can spread it out. So I'll get on with this. Smells good. think that's enough. Okay, back into the oven for a minute. Now that's been in for a minute, so I'm just going to spread it. Oh, the peanut butter has actually melted. Lovely. So it's doing everything that it says it would. Just a very unusual recipe. I think we have to hand it to our lovely friends across the Pacific that we share with America, or we're the South Pacific in Australia, but we have to hand it to them for their crafty recipes. Okay, now it says, I'll just put this in the sink, so give me a minute. It says to sprinkle now with dark chocolate nibs, which I will do, and then we have to let these melt and spread them. This must be at least 1,000 calories per slice. Seriously, who's counting calories at Christmas? I mean, you'd have to be a mug. You'd have to be a mug. Because it's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, nibs on. I'm not going to put the whole 250 grams on. I think it's a bit excessive, but that's about all I'm going to do. And I'm going to put this in the oven now for a minute and let them melt. Okay, chocolate's melted. So now all I'm going to do is spread it as they've recommended on the recipe. Decadent. Oh my goodness. This smells beyond amazing. I mean, seriously, it's just amazing. The recipe recommends that you use white chocolate, which I'm going to melt. I'm going to put some little dribbles on it, but I put a little bit of coconut as well. But they want you to put crushed M&Ms on it. I feel that that's too much candy, so I've actually just bashed some walnuts, which I think is a better accompaniment. And I'm just going to sprinkle them on liberally wherever they land. Maybe a more adult version, I don't know. I just felt that putting M&Ms on was just way too much candy. Okay, so that's more than enough, I think. And once the white chocolate has melted and this has cooled a little, I'll just sprinkle some dribs and drabs over it and then wait till the tray is nice and cool and put it in the refrigerator to set. Well, here's the finished product. I've portioned it out. I've got a very large pack here of the cracked, whatever it's called, I've forgotten, and the Rum Balls. These are going to be making their way to work colleagues, and this is a little one for me, for my daughter, and just a little one each that's left over for the family that are here. So I have to say to you that I tasted a piece of this and it is absolutely amazing. It is crunchy, it's toffee, it tastes like every candy bar you've ever had. It's decadent, it's delicious, it's Christmas. It's absolutely beautiful, as are the Rum Balls. They're firm, yummy, chewy, and they've got that lovely, lovely rummy taste through them. So now, let me wish you all a very joyous and Merry Christmas and many, many, many wonderful things for 2019. And I take this opportunity to also thank all the lovely new subscribers that I've got from new places in the world, from India and from Germany and from Malta. So I thank you all so very, very much for following me, and I hope to bring you a lot more content in 2019. Many, many, many blessings, much joy and happiness. Merry Christmas, everybody.